I'm really interested in aging, and I'm interested in old age, and I'm really interested in dying as well. And so I think those who are interested in eternal youth, for example, are missing a lot of good stuff.
The reality you know is one of many.
This doesn't make any sense.
Not everything does. Not everything has to.
Thoughts shape reality. True or false?
True, absolutely. You know that's true.
I do. Why do you think so?
Because it's true, because I know so. Because I think the moment it's pointed out to you that might be the case, that our minds actually shape our reality, we realise in retrospect that it's always been the case. And that's a piece of enlightenment, that it's a nice thing to pass on.
Through the mystic arts, we harness energy and shape reality. We travel great distances in an instant.
How do I get from here to there?
How did you become a doctor?
Study and practice, years of it.
When we get to know your character, the Ancient One, I was thinking, I want you as my teacher. Because, she works with magic, but I felt like there were so many things that are also true for real life without magic. Do you agree?
Yes, I think that's what's so awesome about this film, and the fact that Marvel have made it, is that it's not really about a superhero who's some very special being who's been bitten by a spider or has, got some amazing, potion that makes him whatever turn into the Hulk or whatever. He is a human who has a very human trajectory. He reaches a certain stage in his life where he's living in the material world and working it for all it's worth, and he's a very, very lauded and highly egotistical person, and then he loses what he thinks is everything, but of course he doesn't realize that he still has the two most important things there are, which are his life and his mind, and he goes for a life change. Now that's not that exotic. There are a lot of people of his age who are kind of thinking of changing things up. And then he goes, as humans tend to look for a cure of some kind. And then he finds the Ancient One, who doesn't do what he wants to do, which is to cure his body, cures his mind and realigns his spirit, opens up his eye. And the thing is, she teaches him things that she's teaching humans. Camartage is absolutely full of all these other humans who are learning these amazing spells. And he has a particular facility and a particular talent for it. But this is all stuff, as you say, that we can all learn. Learning to live beyond ego and fear is possible.
You wonder what I see in your future? Possibility.
There were a lot of beautiful quotes your character said in the movie. Did you have a favorite one that resonated with you personally the most?
Well, as I say, I'm happy that there are several things that the Ancient One says that I was really able to say with conviction. But one of the things that I love the most is when she talks about death, and she says that death is what gives life meaning. To know that your days are numbered, and that that you have to live your life really fully and with a kind of engagement. That means everything to me, and I'm kind of cheering when I think of her saying that.
So that's also how you feel about this idea about eternal life?
Yeah, I really do. I think I'm interested in the concept. I'm interested in why we're interested in immortality, because I myself am really not. I'm really interested in mortality. I think that the human span is completely fascinating, and I'm more and more interested in it. I'm really interested in aging, and I'm interested in old age, and I'm really interested in dying as well. And so I think those who are interested in eternal youth, for example, are missing a lot of good stuff.
What is your day-to-day motivation? What motivates you in this life?
In this life? Well, I feel my life, and this is maybe not everybody's experience, but my life seems to get happier and happier. And I wouldn't go back a day, I don't think. And I think one of the reasons for that is because I've figured out what I need to live. I'm a very lazy person, and I know that I need to be with my friends, and I need to be happy. I need to be in nature as often as possible, and I need to be having as much of a laugh as I can. And if that's all working, I'm like a child. I'm fine. I'm just, content. So I suppose that's what it is. It's like a kindergarten for me.